is active.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward... Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and... I won't be moved by sympathy.
Liara's here because
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions. Briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his...
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
We met Shiala on Pharos. She told us about sovereignty.
It is a terror to be trapped in your mind, to beat upon the glass as your hands torture and murder. I was powerless. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave, its precise vector and speed are impossible to detect. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Novaria found
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of... The Rachni can share memories across generations. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find?
They searched patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close.
Why does Saren need them?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me...
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough.
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die! I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on! We've got Metagel. Maybe we
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing.
We filled you with enough plasma to pop a tank.
This vessel is at the edge. Yet she struggles. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silent. We are Rachni.
Did you order your people to kill
No,
the sign?
we were locked away here. The children are beyond our songs. They have been... The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to end their suffering. They cannot be saved. They will only cause harm.
I don't understand. Why are
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable. Before you deal with our children, we stand. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
I do not know what happened in the war. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only a tone from space, hushed one voice after another. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations.
You let these things out?
Binary Helix found an egg. This was Rachna's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic...
1,000-year-old egg?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachna. But when they get here, they find this egg is... After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her...
Hold on. Don't you need a
Queens
male
are
to get...
born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother.
I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind...
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No. These Rachni are beyond...
I'm not familiar with
It creates burst of neutron radiation. Kills everything...
Once the Purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure, sure. Mother always say I would meet a bad end.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility.
I need information on the
The
neutron.
neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
How many Rachni are in here?
I'm sorry, the sensor network is too damaged to provide an accurate count.
Give me your best guess.
Guessing is beyond my design parameters, Commander.
Are there any survivors?
Lady Benezia, an executive secretary of Binary Helix, is on the operations. There are no other living crew members within the lab structure. Containment breach in Laboratory Pod Gamma.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations Yaroslav Tartakovsky, or any executive officer of Binary Helix.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't... Director of...
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
I am feeling not so well. Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give DLR restore. I have not so much time. I die under ice. It's not so bad death. I am born in Arkhangelsk. There is closure.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Nah. What I ask for, eh? A strong vodka is nice, but code is 875-020-079. You tell me you leave quickly, yes? I will become puddle of goo, but I am thinking... This is all for me. I am thinking... I try to think of...
Online. How
Activate the
can I
neutron purge.
help? I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper...
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega local...
Verified. Code Omega execution in 100. Warning. Neutron purge system activated. Immediate evacuation recommended. Warning. Neutron purge system activated. Immediate evacuation recommended. Warning. Neutron purge system... recommended. Neutron purge system activated. Immediate evacuation recommended. Neutron purge system activated. Immediate.
Hey, so what happened up there?
Would you believe Rachni?
Trying to put one over on the old campaigner, eh? If you can't say anything. So what can I do for you today?
What was that about
Scuttlebutt says Lord Keene was on the take. Zionalea shut down SI's offices. Quiet, Mike.
What do you do here?
Got a team. You need anything? I'll be here.
We are back in contact with Peak 15. They say you destroyed the hot lab facility and killed Lady Benezia.
Benezia didn't have full control of her own mind.
A curious statement. Regardless, I am not concerned. Agent Saren will hold you to blame for her death, not I. I would like to know exactly what happened. Off the record.
They were breeding Rachni.
Yes, amusing. Be serious.
Seriously, Rachni. They found a queen's egg.
That's... If what you say is true, the profits would be incalculable. I appreciate your insight, Commander, if you will excuse me.
How can I help you? Very well. Get out of here.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the ME relay?
The ME relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Look, this is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
This queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
I'm listening.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel's space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a... But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical... Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all... Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Yes, Commander?
Speak freely, Presley.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they belong...
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I like to know my crew.
I can see where this is going. You did a you top of my class in flights. Oh, put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance. All right, see ya.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Let's hear it, Lieutenant. I'm always open to
We've played
help.
it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners, Commander.
This a personal observation?
Maybe that's not my place. I don't want to send any bad signals, Commander. Just, you tell me if I'm going too far.
I'm listening.
I'm not questioning any decision you've made. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. You get my meaning?
Talk to me, Caden.
I'll try to keep it. You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump? After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track element. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in...
Is there some reason we...
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even... Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limb. And their choice of teachers didn't help much. Dead on. Turians, actually. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help.
The Asari would have been more
Yes,
accepting.
but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian.
I'm sure Kinetics did what
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian. To introduce himself, he liked to say, I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father. When I told him my dad wasn't in the war, he'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that... Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always...
So why are you telling me this?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I have without coming. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
So you think you have leave to talk like we're more than officers?
I got some signals. Maybe if I'm out of line, just say the word.
Sorry, Caden. This was just a battlefield.
There's my answer, then. I'm sorry.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the
I'd never
lieutenant?
worked. Tends to keep to himself, though. But humanity needs the Alliance. Goodbye, Commander.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with...
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover... My people believe we are... Although we seek to... We still require a part... We then pass... Others can... She rarely spoke of her. It is possible Benezia's partner... Many Asari raise their children alone. But I will
Are you gonna be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other
I
people?
suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents.
You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No! I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Commander? You mean the wreck? They were dangerous. They proved that too. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that was... You know, you really should talk to Chisoni about her mom. Just saying, Commander. Sure.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, you know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother?
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month... She has a degree in planetary geology. She gave up her career to raise us, though. Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where a person... I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Military families, eh? With schedules like that, things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story.
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Sounds like that situation.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was... She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of... I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Did anything happen?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
He missed?
When he swung, she helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground, but he hung his head, and she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all.
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground on... I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed... For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classics.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time. Ma'am.
Shepard.
So you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the
What
Krogan?
the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up. I'm no hero. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who you're
How long have you been a merc?
Long enough. I took my first good work. It doesn't kill you.
I get the feeling you enjoy your
Sure.
work.
You get to see the galaxy on someone else's credits. I've tried more organized fighting. Private armies and such. I fight best on my own. Or in very small groups. I don't like people relying on me, and I bloody well don't like relying on them.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while.
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I bet you have. Anything in particular?
I remember this. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you
I was
investigating?
tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. But during the course of my investigation, we usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their ore, but this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do about the
I brought in
geneticists?
some of his employees for interrogation. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, one of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got... I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medic... That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were tested.
He was growing parts inside.
Exactly. They cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody.
I hope he got what he
That's the
deserved.
worst part. We never caught him. He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway.
I ordered
right?
Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but C-Sec headquarters, they were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get... All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides.
I suppose. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr.
I
Singh?
sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find... He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't... I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check
I'll check out the coordinates
I
when
was
I get
hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there.
Looking for supplies? You bet. Looking for supplies? You bet, Commander.
Something I can do for you, Commander. Aye, aye, Commander.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling.
I'm sleeping much better now. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Saren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find
We've still got a long way to go.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decision. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special
I probably had it easier than most growing up. But it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
I guess I'm just tired of... Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything else.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, and all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operate, but I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constant. There are 17 million Quarians, and unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedom. Well, in extreme case, the fortunate. It's a safeguard that served us well.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the admirals. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother and all?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my... She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief. Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni's stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Khaleesa bint seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans above. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
The Council had nothing to do with it. There was an accident at Binary Helix Labs. In the interest of protecting the
That's a surprising revelation, Commander. Given your recent experiences, do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
Respect's a funny thing. People always assume they deserve it. The truth is, respect is earned. And
You're an idealist, Commander, but one last question. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Saren instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says Eden Prime was attacked by rogue synthetics. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I'd heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
A research station on Noveria has reportedly been destroyed. The exact cause is currently unknown. Given the research conducted on Noveria, many are blaming the destruction on an experiment gone awry. Administrator Analeas has released few details, except to say that investigations and repairs are ongoing.
Hey, Commander Shepard. Good to see you again. Anything you need?
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real big. Busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Oh, sure. I can return that for you.
Welcome back, EarthClan.
Show me what you've got.
Welcome.
I think I'll be going.
As you say, EarthClan. Good day to you. Welcome.
Show me what...
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland. Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very... Hello there. Welcome to... Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very... Hello there. Welcome... Oh...
Commander, I've been waiting for you to get back. I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
What's on your mind?
With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre... What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I don't think that's a good
But I'd make a great Spectre. I'd be right there with you, showing the... I read about what you did on Torfin. I'm not afraid to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
If you're really willing to do whatever it takes...
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
Have increases in Citadel traffic endangered our safety? Emily Wong offers an inside look at the dangerous world of space traffic control.
Hey, been a long time, huh?
Have we met?
Well, I guess you don't remember me. Lieutenant Zabaleta? We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I guess you're not in the service anymore, huh?
Yeah, retired, yeah. You know how it is. Times are tough for vets. They always are.
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the
Hey,
time.
call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you. So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
Yeah, it's not
You're a
problem.
good kid. You ever want to come by and talk, I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right? You ever just sit and watch?
What do you say we head down to Cora's Den after shift?
Sounds good. Some of the others are going for Novios for welding.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light. Where there was only ignorance, the Enkindlers gave wisdom.
Excuse me! You're the... Commander Shepard, it is an honor to speak with you.
What's this demonstration about?
I'm Charles Saraceno of the Terra Firma Party. With Armistice Day coming soon, we're making our voices heard by the alien appeasers on the Presidium. Can I count on your support in the next election?
You're marking the end of the First Contact War with a protest.
As we have every year for the last 26 years. The war taught humanity a lesson. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will.
What are you running for?
I'm seeking one of the 5 spacer seats in Parliament. They have certain Baroque conditions for a citizen to be able to vote for them. You do spend most of your time in space, Commander.
What are you running for?
I'm seeking one of the... You have to spend more than... You do spend most of your time in space.
I don't know Terra Firma's platform. What do you stand for?
Our core value is that Earth must stand firm against alien influences. Politically, culturally, and in the worst case...
That is not unreasonable. But some of the things these people are saying sound a bit bigoted.
Excuse me, I don't believe human politics are any of your business.
What the Alliance does affects everyone around it.
We live in this galaxy, Mr. Saraceno. We can't pretend that what we do affects
No, of course not. My apologies. I only meant to point out that other species have no right to interfere in Alliance politics.
I'm a patriot, Mr. Saraceno.
We can't allow anything like Shanxi to happen. Since I have your vote, could I convince you to issue a... The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable.
The occupation of Shanxi couldn't happen again. We weren't even sure there were aliens.
It's still a powerful symbol, Commander. Shanxi is the only human territory ever occupied by an alien species.
It's inappropriate for an active duty officer to...
Of course. Thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma on Election Day, because Terra Firma...
No blood for aliens!
Excuse me? Commander Shepard, it is...
What's this
can I count on your support in the next...
Your mark...
If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will. Yep, you do spend most of your time...
I don't know...
That is not...
Excuse me, I don't...
What the Alliance
We live in this galaxy.
No, of course not. My apologies. I only meant to point out that other species have no right to interfere in Alliance politics. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will.
I thought the lesson of the First Contact War was that there's other life in the galaxy and they have opinions
Perhaps
too.
so, Commander. But if aliens feel free to express their opinions at gun...
What happened at the mass relay was a misunderstanding. If you saw a child about to touch a gun, wouldn't you stop?
I'd pull them away, yes. I wouldn't shoot them dead.
I'll think about it. Excuse me.
Your support would mean a lot.
No blood for aliens!
Pardon me, soldier? Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
What kind of situation?
Of course, right to business. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an alliance negotiator. We've got a big set. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like
I understand, it's important.
Well, in order to do my best for humanity, I need the best resources. There's a mental stimulant that increases alertness. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
What exactly is this?
Oh, I don't know the medical terms, but it increases mental capacity. It helps me stay focused. And
If you know the monthly limits, why'd you go over?
The negotiations were supposed to be last week, but if I don't get the stimulant, I'll be a wreck. My assistant will take over, and that would be a disaster.
You should put some trust in your assistant.
My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them no race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant.
Why is this deal so
The
important?
Solarians want to set up long-term trade agreement. If I don't get the drug, my assistant will take over and mess up the whole deal. It would be a disaster.
You should put some trust in your...
No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant. It might look that way from the outside, but this is... All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
I don't see all the top negotiators soliciting help to go over the legal limit, Keeler.
Maybe you're right. I've been trying to keep humanity strong. I'll tell you what, this will be the last time I use the stimulant. After this deal is finished, I'll get treatment.
No trade negotiation is worth ruining your life for. Let it go and get help.
You don't understand! Humanity needs me, and I need that stimulant. Without it, I don't know anymore. I get so tired when I run out of the stimulant. I just need one more boost.
There's no shame in having a problem, but you have to get...
You're right. I'll go tell my assistant. I shouldn't... I'll get help.
Your Noveria report raised a few eyebrows in the Council, Shepard. I can't believe you let that queen live. There's a reason their species was nearly wiped out. You should have finished them off.
This queen isn't like the others. She's not interested in conquest or war.
Really? I'm glad you're an expert in a species we know virtually nothing about. I hope we're both still around in 50 years to see if you're right.
Genocide of an entire species is a terrible tragedy, Ambassador. Shepard did the right thing.
Fine. I'll just tell everyone we figured it was a good idea to release a fertile Rachni queen in the wilds of Noveria. I'm sure nobody will have a problem.
Aliens on Earth!
Commander, have you changed your mind? Terra Firma could use your support in the election.
Sorry, I believe we need to work peacefully.
We've heard that before in human history. Well, we can't allow anything like I don't suppose I could convince you to issue. The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable. It's still a powerful symbol, Commander. Shanxi is the only human territory ever occupied.
It's inappropriate for an active duty officer.
Of course. Thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma?
We bleed red! Freedom isn't free!
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak? Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
I know what that's like. Do you remember Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
I've seen him here on the Citadel. Looks like he's had some hard times.
I don't doubt it. You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
I don't understand. What happened?
About every abomination that a sentient being. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And we heard about corralling, culling. Those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
I don't understand.
We heard about corralling.
He has post-traumatic stress.
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of... especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been...
He was. Always. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs. Oh, I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. XO Presley has the deck.
Alliance officials report that a Geth incursion into the Armstrong cluster has been repulsed, with the Geth suffering heavy casualties. In the event of future Geth activity, the Alliance plans to maintain a strong security presence in the area. Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle...
Hey, back again, huh? I don't suppose you got any credits to spare.
I spoke to my mother. She told me about what happened.
Did she? I wonder. People tied like prize hogs, locked in cages, clawing and screaming, and we couldn't reach them. The Batarian defenses had us pinned. Dozens died trying to advance. I've been looking for 13 years for something to make that sight go away. What have you got, huh?
I'm not gonna give you money to drink yourself to death. You need to stop.
If you don't have a better option, just give me 20 credits. A good bottle of whiskey. Enough to stop the dreams.
My mother said to go to the Veterans Affairs office. You're not the only one who's seen that brand of hell.
The VAO? God. All right. If she wants me to go talk to someone, fine, I'll do it. For her. She always stuck up for me. She always was naive. If she wants to talk, tell her she can reach me through the Citadel VAO.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Looking for supplies? You bet, Commander. Looking for supplies? You bet, Commander.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just... She shouldn't have ambushed you like that. But you handled it pretty well.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least...
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. There is one other matter, however. The Citadel has been trying to play down Saren going rogue. It makes the Spectres look bad. Your mention of him was politically inconvenient.
I wasn't aware of that.
I'd appreciate that, Commander. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the... We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with... The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could... That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you this...
You